Hello friends, I welcome all of you in my platform Tech W3Web. This is Vijay Kumar. Friends, as you know, there are so many developers working hard. They want to become Salesforce expert. They want to become LWC expert. As you know, in the market, today time, LWC it is a very demandable. In the Salesforce, if you working any of the cloud, working the sales cloud, marketing cloud, community cloud, any of the cloud you working, sometime you need to create LWC component because LWC it is a unique. If you working any of the features, sometime you need to require LWC component. There are so many developers working hard. They know Apex class, they know Batch class, they know schedule, they know flow builder. But sometimes if team lead assigns some task regarding LWC, they are always stuck in because they know Apex, but LWC it is a totally different from Apex. Apex it is a programming, but LWC it is a combination of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and backend and front end. So LWC it is not only backend. If you want to learn LWC, you should know LWC plus backend plus front end both because it is a combination of backend and front end. Let's suppose you working REST API integration. Some REST API integration return some data and want to display that data into the LWC component. If you know admin part but you don't know LWC, it is very difficult to survive. If you want to grow in career, you must know LWC. Let's suppose you have 3 year experience of Salesforce development. You deliver multiple projects as well. But if sitting front of the interview panel, LWC question is mandatory. Interview panel asking first question about admin part, then move on LWC, then move on trigger, then move on the REST API integration. But LWC question is mandatory because they want to know you have hands-on experience or not. Some developer sitting front of an interview, lot of question, they only learn lot of the question from tutorial, ChatGTP, Google. They know answer. But friends, during the interview panel asking from you, share your screen, write LWC component, how does work LWC. They want to know how to create a function, how to pass data, how to call method into LWC component. They ask so many questions regarding LWC. They will ask how does communicate multiple component and how to pass data one component to another component. How does work platform event? How does work pub sub model? How does work LMS? How does work PubSub model? And if you creating multiple component and passing data one component to another one component to next another one component, how to pass the data? So if you multiple component, nested component, I want to data from multiple component from one component to another component, how to pass the data? So friends, in this case, if you only learn question and answer, you will stuck always. In this master class, I will cover all of things. I will cover how does work PubSub model, how does work LMS, how to pass platform event, how to use custom event and dispatch event. Friends, in this master class, I also cover external REST API integration, how to sync data from Salesforce to external. Sometimes you working Salesforce development and pass data from Salesforce data to external system. Sometimes you working in Salesforce and want to get data from external system and display into the LWC component. How does work it? So in the master class, I will cover from beginning level to advanced level of the scenario. I will teach you practical live coding session. It is not a theory. I always believe, friends, I always believe practical it is a more important. If you have theory knowledge, not practical knowledge, very difficult to survive in company. Let's suppose you remember so many questions. Anyhow, you crack the interview. If you going the company and manager assign some task, you don't have experience, practical experience, it is very, very difficult to you. So friends, practical experience, it is a powerful to survive. You should learn practical experience. In the master class, I always focus only practical, not theory. In the master class, you will learn how does work custom event, dispatch event, how does work pub sub, how to pass data from one component to another one component, how to pass data parent component to child component, how to pass data child component to parent component, how to insert bulk record, how use await and async in LWC component, how does work database.insert in LWC component, how to sync data from Salesforce to external API. I will cover if external API return so many data, how to display that data into LWC component. I will teach you advanced level of LWC component. If you want to learn LWC step by step from beginning to advanced level, I would invite to register this master class session. It is a very, very important. Friends, today time, LWC, it is a very, very important to grow your career. If you are a student, developer, and you want to grow your career in LWC component, technical grow, you must register this master class. So friends, in this master class, this is a only for fresher, intermediate level. If you expert, this is not required. But if you are student, fresher or intermediate level developer, this master class, it is very, very mandatory for you. You will learn hands-on experience. You will learn live project scenario. I will cover all of things that is working live project. I deliver multiple project in live, so I know how does work live project in LWC component. How does work decorator variable, why use wire, why use track, and why use API decorator variable. So each and everything I will teach you in my master class. So don't wait, don't late. Right now register for my master class. I will see you in the master class session. Thank you so much. Thanks once again. Thanks a lot. Thank you.